I feel like there's this thing that keeps happening, where the internet will take something from the real world, or a trend will start, and maybe it originally has some heart, but then it will get so incredibly bastardized and ran into the ground to the point that what comes out of it is essentially the only version of that thing anybody recognizes. The original intention or version of said thing fails to exist as it's replaced with a pale imitation of the original.
I've wanted to make a video about rap battles for a while now. The inciting incident of this is in December, I got really into Random Encounters fan songs, but I couldn't make a video about it because Chazington has already said every word a person could ever say about Random Encounters. And if he hasn't, he will when he finishes the fan song series.
I mean, if I could get one word in FNAF the Musical Night 1, Markiplier makes this YouTuber reaction face into the camera, and it makes me laugh every time. Why did he do that?
So I figured I'd beat Chazington to the punch with this one. The funny thing about internet rap battles is, unlike the phenomenon I was talking about in the beginning, internet rap battles are completely different from real-world rap battles. A real-world rap battle is two guys surrounded by other guys who are associated with the two guys, and then one guy will go, "Hold up, ain't you Nathaniel B?" And then everyone on that guy's side will go, "Yo!" And everyone on the other guy's side will go, "Nah, nah," and then the flip side happens. Real-world rap battles have never really tickled me because the only times they're really entertaining is when they're really bad or they unintentionally say something gay. And because rap culture can be pretty homophobic, everyone freaks the fuck out like it's the craziest thing they've ever heard. From what I've seen, rap battles are only good in movies.
But rap battles on the internet, which credit where credit is due, are pretty much just all permutations of ERB, are these weird skits where usually two fictional or historical figures will rap pre-written verses at each other, and maybe a third guy will come in at the end and diss them both. And the quality of these range from legitimately enjoyable to the other end of the spectrum. And the funny thing about this video is usually I'd wait to talk about the big person that everyone knows about because of retention and shit, but I honestly don't think there's a way I can make this video and not talk about ERB first because they made the genre and have done the most with it.
But because I had to watch every single rap battle ERB has ever made, I figured I'd do a tier list of each season and use that as a device to talk about them. Smart as hell, I know. Okay, I'm gonna get out of this fucking field. Hold on, just wait. So, ERB, if you somehow don't know, stands for Epic Rap Battles, and was made by the creators Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd, who also made music, amongst other things. Okay, Season 1. The production value is notably worse on this season compared to the other ones. I mean, it makes sense, but still. This season is also the only season with matchups that just make no fucking sense. Like in later seasons, you'll have Rick Grimes versus Walter White, and like, okay, two AMC guys, that makes sense. And in Season 1, you have Genghis Khan versus the Easter Bunny? Like, Kim Jong-il versus Hulk Hogan only makes sense because Hulk Hogan is fucking racist. And these shitty matchups are almost always the worst ones. Not to say that there aren't any hits in this season. I mean, we had the classic Adolf Hitler versus Darth Vader battle, but this season is just really hit or miss, mostly because of the weird-ass lineups. Also, I feel like the beats are just worse than any other era in ERB. Beethoven versus Bieber was pretty okay, but the rest are just generic and bad. It's not all shit. The seeds are there for a great internet series, which is why it didn't immediately crash and burn. But looking at the season as a whole, nah. To be honest, what I appreciate more is seeing origins for common tropes that they use. Like in this one, they have the tiny little people, and now they do that shit all the fucking time. Anyways, it's C tier. Season 2. Now we're getting somewhere. Most of the hits come from this season, and the fact that it's coming off a thoroughly underwhelming Season 1 is pretty impressive. Also, there's a notably larger amount of famous people in these. Key and Peele, Jenna Marbles, fucking PewDiePie, and Snoop Dogg further cementing the fact that he would do literally anything for a check. Something I find funny is whenever we're doing a battle with someone who died semi-recently, they'll usually die in the battle. First Billy Mays in Season 1, and now we have Steve Jobs, and they try to make these moments feel heartwarming, but then we got stupid-ass lines like,
"Fine, you be like that? Die then! The whole world loves you, but you are my friend!"
I mean, thank God they made for Stephen Hawking rap battle in 2011. Now this season isn't perfect. There are some battles that are honestly kinda shit, but this step up is huge in terms of quality and making rap battles that I actually enjoy. S tier. Really fucking good. Season 3? also good. I think I need to make something clear. I feel like most of the time when people are making videos on fan songs or nerdy internet shit, they're kind of sitting back and poking fun at it, sarcastically saying that they enjoy it. I actually enjoy these as music and have some of them memorized. They're just so catchy and good and fun, it's great.
That being said, Season 3 is definitely where there started to be a pretty good amount of battles I don't give a shit about at all. This season also has my favorite rap battle in all of the series, Michael Jordan versus Muhammad Ali. I like this battle so much because I feel like too many bars in other rap battles are wasted on talking about how great the person rapping is and how the other person's rapping is bad. But this battle, at least from Ali, has constant offensive bars that really just feel like it's better than Elvis talking about how cool he was in his Blue Hawaii movie.
This season also contains the most overrated rap battle in ERB history, and if you're a scholar like me, you know I'm obviously talking about Artist versus TMNT. The first verse is good, truly great, a top shelf ERB verse, but the rest of the battle is just kinda average. But in 2021, when people started to rediscover ERB, they talked this up like this was the greatest battle in history, and I'm watching it now and I'm just like, pathetic! I wouldn't even keep you in the top 3 in my tier list!
One thing just in general about ERB is sometimes the rap battle will be so unevenly matched it's kind of disappointing. One example is Rick Grimes versus Walter White, where Walter is just absolutely tearing into Rick, but Rick isn't saying anything of substance back to Walt. And it's not like there's nothing bad to say about Walt. I'd actually say there's an abundance of things to say about him. Great season, slight decline, but still great. A tier. Season 4? Also great. Stop worrying. We're still very much in the golden era of ERB. This season marks the first time ERB did a Lego rap battle, of which they did 2. And honestly, these are fine. I was worried going into it that the Lego battles would suck and the medium change wouldn't close the gap, but they're still good.
Glad to see that ERB can change mediums and still make something good. Oh, sorry guys, there was some foreshadowing flying all over my house.
Seriously, there's not much to say about this season other than the fact that the slight drop-off just continues. Again, you have some battles I could care less about, but it's still good. That'll change, but all I can say for now is, wait, shit, I forgot to talk about Zach Sherwin. Zach Sherwin is an addition to the ERB crew who I think has been around since season 2. Usually a rap battle is Peter or Lloyd battling each other or a guest, but Zach is another common character in the ERB crew and I think he's pretty cool. Yeah, anyway, A tier.
Season 5. Now things are starting to get interesting. Season 5 is, in my opinion, a notable drop-off in quality compared to the other seasons. Like, are there still good battles? Hell yes, Trump versus Clinton is in this one. But now there are also battles that blow cock, along with the ratio of good to okay battles decreasing by a good bit. Something I've always had a bit of a problem with is when they do the whole, oh, a third character comes in and roasts the other two. Like, I hesitate to say they won the battle because usually the battlers don't get a response verse. Which is why I think Austin Powers versus James Bond is a breath of fresh air, because the third guy comes in, drops his verse, and then the battle just keeps going. Also, another thing I failed to mention is sometimes these battles aren't even battles. Trump versus Scrooge is basically a Christmas Carol if it was a rap battle. Jim Henson versus Stan Lee is pretty much just saying that Disney is a horrific nightmare company. And Ivan the Terrible versus Alexander the Great is pretty much just Russian Nice Peter poisoning a bunch of historical figures. And my opinion on these battles is honestly not bad. I think they work pretty well. Anyways, this season is pretty okay. B tier. Season 5 ended with Epic Lloyd versus Nice Peter 2, where they pretty much just said that they were burnt out and were going to take a break. And they did. For 2 years there was no ERB until 2019 when they came back for Season 6. And how was it? Honestly good.
I'm genuinely impressed with how they were able to make a comeback and not come out severely shittier than before. I was a bit worried because this Burger King versus McDonald's battle sucks. Like, it really sucks. They make a reference to Rick and Morty Szechuan sauce, and then Wendy comes in and talks about Wendy's Twitter. Fuck, it's just bad. But the rest of the season is pretty good. It has a great battle royale battle, which is pretty much just the thing where a third person comes out, but they do it like 2 more times. A good Oppenheimer battle. The presidential battle, let's move past it. It's impressive that they were able to return and still be at a similar quality to where they were before. They're far past their glory days, but they're still able to have charm. B tier.
This last season fucking sucks. I know, I'm sorry, but I really don't think it's good. It started out promising. They had Screwface Gene play Mansa Musa in this battle. Oh, you don't know who Screwface Gene is? Well, he made a bunch of videos where he reacts to ERB and overreacts to the lyrics, and now he makes videos where he overreacts to Tyler and Kendrick songs. Truly the pinnacle of content. But he did do really good in this battle, I won't lie. Except for the fact that Jeff Bezos had like 0 good lyrics. Honestly, the first half of the season is semi-promising, but there's definitely a point where it turns to shit, and it's this battle. If you haven't noticed, everything is CG, and if you also haven't noticed, it looks really, really fucking bad. Why is Godzilla's ass just so fat? But that's not all, because the lyrics in this battle are the worst they have ever been in ERB history.
Fuck you. Oh my god, Chimpanzee.
There was not one single clever line. They were all bad, they weren't clever, it just fucking sucked. This is the worst battle they've ever done. Worse than Palin v Gaga, worse than, yikes, Bruce Jenner versus Bruce Banner, and definitely worse than Columbus v Kirk. ERB, you should be ashamed of yourselves. And this isn't an isolated incident for this season, because this is also the worst presidential battle they've done, mostly because it's so clearly partisan. Yeah, Trump's a fucking idiot, but that doesn't mean you can't give him any good lines. I mean, for fuck's sake, you gave Hitler good lines! Season 7 is a train wreck of an ERB season, and I'm honestly ashamed at its very existence. D tier. And that's all I have to say about ERB. I honestly don't think we're going to make it to the next election cycle. The reviews are dropping off fast. I mean, mine are too, but shh. I genuinely think they should throw in the towel, honestly. They have enough money to rest on their laurels. They have the vinyl coming out. They have ERB concerts, which, to be clear, I would not be caught dead at.
That's all I have to say about ERB, except for the fact that scrolling past right now is my opinion on who won every rap battle in ERB history, except for some bonus battles. Okay, I'm done.
ERB is definitely the gold standard when it comes to internet rap battles, and I'll be honest, nothing else really comes close. Very few people are able to measure up to the quality of these, and the ones that do are able to do so because they replicate the style really well.
Epic battles of history.
Fuck it, let's just go to the bottom of the barrel. Epic Rap Battle Parodies is one of the first ERB clones. They were making these in 2012. And it looks, well, it looks like this.
It's great because they're so desperately trying to recreate ERB's style, but the mixing sucks, the costumes are hacky, the editing is bad, and Jeff looks like he was filmed on a flip phone from 2001. So that means the only substance we're left with is...
You won't put up a fight. I'll make you need hospice. Come at me and I'll rip right off your slender dick.
One of my favorite things is when they try to do the ERB thing where they'll talk about someone else and then a green screen version of that person appears, but when they do it, it just looks so fucking stupid. I think the best part about Slenderman versus Jeff the Killer is that it's a battle royale, and I don't know 50% of these people, so when they say something like,
Linda man, you don't scare me except you're just a bitch. I'll make Hoodie and Mask my death slaves like your buddy Mitch.
it's just that much funnier. Oh, and also blackface. I'm pretty sure this is blackface.
Blackface, dude?
ERB parodies are parodies in the same way SML YTP is a YTP of SML. You can play the parody card all you want, but I know what kind of man you are. Oh, cool, they also just straight up rip ERB beats for their battles. Overall, just shit.
Hey, you know what? That wasn't as bad as I thought. I had bad expectations, the bat wasn't good, but, you know, that was actually pretty okay. You know what? Who's next? This is Mr. J, and I mean, just look at it. This is where we start to tread into the territory of brain rot. Fucking Monica versus Glenn Quagmire. What is this? It's battles like these that really let you appreciate that ERB had some sort of clever wordplay, because now all we're left with is...
I tried to delete your file, but I must have been in stupor, cause I got distracted by other folders on my computer.
You stay!
It's a pale imitation of ERB, you monster! And it fucking sucks. The Skibbity Toilet versus Garten of Ban rap battle tries to be self-aware, but self-awareness can only get you so far. You already made the battle, you're complicit in this fucking war crime. And how self-aware is it when it's your most watched rap battle of all time? You knew what you were fucking doing.
When I argue whose fans are the best, remove the autists and you got the fan base left.
Whatever, Mr. J. Just whatever. Okay, that was pretty bad. Let's cool it down. One of the first rap battles I found from just searching up rap battle was called America v China Rap Battle, and the beats are disjointed and lame, the lyrics are bad, and this guy definitely doesn't have this accent in real life.
Fed them American fuck, I hate them.
Another guy I was able to find was named Eddie FRB, and I had low expectations, but he's fine. He's too much of a pussy to call these battles epic rap battles. He calls it cartoon versus everything, which, come on, just call it epic rap battles of history. No one gives a shit. I couldn't watch the Puss in Boots rap battle without just thinking of, let me introduce myself, I'm Big Jack. So that's that commentary. And this Saul versus Grunkle Stan has a pretty good Stan impression, but when it gets to Saul, we just have
Name Saul. Did you know your disses are poor?
But seriously, the beats were okay, the lyrics are fine, a baseline, pretty fine rap battle creator, which honestly I did not expect. But honestly, the best part of these rap battles is that, you know, you have fucking Salad Fingers versus the marionette from Five Nights at Freddy's. It's so stupid!
Mr. Fingers, right?
If I were to ask you what is the most viewed rap battle on YouTube, being the rap battle scholar that you are, you'd probably think it's Mitt Romney versus Barack Obama, or really any video from ERB, but no. It's a video called Snow White versus Elsa. Whitney Avalon is also pretty baseline. Most of her bars are two women calling each other sluts, which... sure. She also tries to have her own unique format in these battles, where it's like a 5-second pause between each verse instead of just going verse to verse, but honestly all that really does is mess up the pacing. I don't know why she does that. Also, we got motherfucking Jerry from Parks and Recreation. What is going on?
Cartoon beatbox battles. This counts, okay? You've probably seen these because they were a pretty big meme in 2020, and at its core, it's more about the beatboxing than the rapping, but there's still lyrics, so it counts. I like Verbalace. Yeah, $50,000, but at his core, he's just a guy who really fucking likes beatboxing and hot has-been hotel characters. And to be honest, he's extremely impressive as a beatboxer, and these battles are impressive and fun. The problem is we're just so kiddie and silly. The first episode looks like this, so it's surprising that in only a few episodes, it starts to look like this. I don't know where that budget came from. I remember being a big fan of these back in the day. Look, quarantine was a really hard time for everyone, okay? But watching them now, I just feel kinda empty. What merit is there in seeing Batman go other than it just being funny? Is it impressive? Yeah. Is it good? Jury's still out. PewDiePie versus Tobuscus. This is just funny because of its mere existence.
Coming at you like a mini minotaur, torch and diamond sword in hand.
Significantly, the mixing here is really fucking bad. I can extend that criticism to some other creators we already talked about, but seriously, what the fuck is this guy saying?
In this rap map, I leave the score.
Didn't you beat your wife?
The next person is someone who I genuinely think is the best off-brand ERB. And they're good almost solely by their merit of being able to recreate ERB's style so well. Fight Marker started out as another rap battle slop guy, a Mr. J if you will. I know what kind of man you are. But as of like 2 years ago, he started making genuinely really good rap battles, and wouldn't you know it, the style is extremely similar to ERB. I mean, he was still making Learning with Pibby versus Skibbity Toilet at this time, but it was ironic, really. I will say though, even if you make it as ironic and self-deprecating as you can, there's only so high of a ceiling you can get from Learning with Pibby versus Skibbity Toilet. What the fuck?
Blue baby, pink baby, old baby, this baby, see baby, dead baby, sleep baby, skin baby.
Here it is. The best rap battle ever made. Maybe even better than Ali versus Jordan. Deadpool versus Peter Griffin isn't so much a rap battle as it is an homage to the genre. Like, it's difficult to explain. The battle starts out with 2 verses from each character, and then the mask shows up and you think it's gonna be a battle royale, and then things just continue developing. This battle is 10 minutes long, almost twice as long as some of the other longest rap battles I've been watching. Truly, you gotta watch it to understand. Do I think it's as lyrically good and well produced as Jordan versus Ali? Maybe not quite, but it's so good and funny, and also it's got fucking Chazington! Okay, enough praise, Fight Marker. I want to end this off with a bad one. You'll do. You might know the story of Undertale Guy from his many projects, but you might not have known that he also made rap battles. And would you believe it, these were just bad. Not very good. Something that stands out to me from Story of Undertale Guy, other than this hideous art style, is that the lyrics are just so weird. He just says things that make no sense, sort of like another guy I know. This is just empty. The lyrics have no cleverness or wit to them, they're just...
You stupid bitch, you filthy swine!
Honestly, these aren't the worst rap battles I've seen, but man... so fucking bleak. I guess if I had anything to say to end this, I would say that I feel like the only people who were able to make good to okay rap battles were people that were already musically inclined. Nice Peter and Epic Lloyd made music before ERB. Whitney Avalon made music before ERB. Fight Marker was probably Mozart in a past life, and Verbalace is a crazy talented beatboxer. Anyone who just thought, yeah, I can write lyrics and put them over a free beat were just people who made shit like this.
They call me Thunderman because I get all the bitches.
And I'll go further to say, the people who were able to make something good, their only failures were when they distanced themselves from ERB's style. ERB were the only people that were good at this, and they're washed, so the only person I trust to carry the mantle is Fight Marker. So good luck, Fight Marker, don't fuck it up, and I will leave you with a near perfect rap battle. Bye.
Epic rap battles of history. Adolf Hitler versus my dad! Begin! I agree with you on everything.
Hey, so it's the outro. Wow, isn't that crazy? The first thing I want to talk about is to just get ahead of something. I feel like people might be mad that I talked about ERB for like pretty much half of the video. And here's the thing, right? ERB made the genre. They're the most recognizable from the genre. They don't have the most watched rap battle, but if you ask someone what does a rap battle look like on the internet, they're not gonna say fucking Whitney Avalon, they're not gonna say America v China rap battle, they're gonna say fucking Steve Jobs and Bill Gates if they know what the fuck you're talking about. They're the person everyone knows, and I think they're the most important. Yeah, Fight Marker's kinda cool, but he has like 10 battles. Most of these other people, I'm sorry, they're not that fucking important, and that's my opinion. Yeah, okay, I showed a bit of restraint with this video because while making it, I was sort of internally freaking out about the fact that my last video, which I spent a fuck ton of work on, only got 62 views, which is disappointing. I won't lie. I know I started off this 2025 with this whole thing about how, you know, I don't really care about views, or views don't matter to me as much as the quality of my videos, and I truly do believe that, but it really is disheartening, and I guess this video will really be the video I see, this video will really be the video where I see, is this just gonna be my baseline again? Am I fucking back to getting 63 videos every fucking video, or did YouTube just completely cock up and not give my fucking last video any impressions? I don't know. But if I've been smacked down to that level again for no reason, so be it. And the last thing I have to say is on Friday, May 23rd, 7 p.m. EST, I will be streaming something. It's a surprise, but make sure to tune in. And I would be streaming earlier, but I know if this video is gonna get any traction, I'm more likely to get more viewers if it's further in the future. You know, it should be good fun. I haven't seriously streamed in like 2 years, so, and the stream is for a video, so, you know, you might be a part of the video. Who knows? Okay, so yeah.